conclusion, I think segments that drivers argument is somehow stronger than I would, because for example, if you consider that I have two hands, I can tell you that you are illusion everything that you have two hands. And so because of this illusion you cannot conclude that there is a yes. But if I am in pain, there is no way to believe that I am an illusion for my pain. Because the sense of pain has to be picked up. The sense of being in pain is exactly being in pain. So there would be no illusion there, and so I can conclude that the phenomenal consciousness exists.
Can you answer from here? Okay. Thank you very much for this question. My point is that we should eliminate such kind of hallucination when we talk about Moore's argument, just because we can formulate this kind of argument in a situation when I can touch again, when I can try again, when I can ask you, do you see my hands too? I can ask Artyom, do you see my hands too? I can check once again and make this claim even more persuasive if it was original. I agree with you that it is possible that all of that is just an illusion. Yes, but in a sense that that we can say that all stuff is an illusion, even if it is pain. You know that some kind of mystic says that all experience is just an illusion, that there are some kind of one reality which is no difference. People can say this stuff. You refer to the Kripke's claim that it is obvious. I don't think so. The person can make a belief that he's in pain when he's not in pain, when his doxastic reasoning is corrupted. It will be a wrong claim because he's not in pain. But imagine the evil demon using your linguistic mode of your brain to create such kind of belief. You can finish believing that you are in pain when you are not in pain. We can use such kind of strong, very strong skepticism. It is unreasonable to think that this demon really exists, but it is unreasonable to think that when I am presenting you my arms, you can touch it. You can ask anybody in this room that you are seeing my hands right now. It is not unreasonable. It is not reasonable to think that you are an illusion. So in this point, I think that claim that I'm in pain and I have a hands is equal in persuasiveness. What makes the difference is a common sense. Because when you formulate what do you mean by feeling pain, when Chalmers says that it is a phenomenological pain, that it is phenomenological feeling, this is a philosophy, that is not a part of common sense, in a sense in which independence of perception is a part of common sense. In this point, it is less persuasiveness than Moore's original argument.
But my epistemic connection with my hand is through perception. Okay. So the epistemic access to the pain is more high than the epistemic access. So I think that still Chalmers is more powerful than this. No problem. I see it better. Yeah. I have another point about parties say the Chalmers.
This one.
Yeah. Your conversation you say that I don't think so. That it's still a solution for the hard problem. But I don't think that illusionism is a solution to hard problem. Just different No, it's illusion now. Chalmers argument against illusion shows that there is no problem, not the solution.
Yes.
So it is not an easy solution. It's just that.
What is a solution? Is illusion. Illusion is an easy solution. It's supposed to be an easy solution, if it's true. And if we formulate it in this way, they think that it is uninteresting. But I don't think so. It is a solution. Maybe it is an interesting solution, but it is a solution if it is true. Okay. Thank you.
I have a question, Mike.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Eugene, for your presentation. I have a brief question. At least part of your argument was based on the distinction between philosophical terms and the ordinary terms, the parts of ordinary sense. I think that as you, I also have some intuition that, for example, call the philosophical term and socks are not philosophical terms. But there are a lot of terms that are in the middle, like events, for example. And of course, you know, a lot of philosophers that use ordinary terms as philosophical terms and otherwise. So, are there some criteria that would help us to distinguish philosophical terms from non-philosophical? If you, there was a good example with subjectivity. What are the criteria to think? Otherwise, besides this kind of ideas that the prefix ness, for example, make it a philosophical term. Loneliness, for example, is not philosophical term, but it is ended with an S. So, are there some better criteria?
No, because there is no better criteria. It is not a natural kind to be a philosophical term, so there is no better criteria. So we should use our knowledge of the history of philosophy, our knowledge how the terms works, and for this argument, should be obvious that what it is likeness is a philosophical term because of this criteria. Subjectivity does not fit by this criteria if we put ness aside. I agree, yes, it is not an absolute criteria, but that seems right.
So it's mainly just linguistic intuition?
Yeah, it's not a main, no. It's a hint that it is not a part of common sense. Do you think that it is part of common sense, what it is likeness?
No, I don't.
Okay.
You, based on your reports, that you said that without my perception, my things that I left in hotel are still there. But these are reports. And Chalmers, you know, he uses a lot of reports too. You know, he uses reports, says I'm conscious, or there, and so on, that are common sense. You know, if you pick a random guy from the street, he will common sensely, from intuition, say, yeah, I'm conscious, without any philosophical term or background. And so I just wanted to see, how is your report different from what Chalmers uses as reports for what he uses for the meta problem, heart problem, and so on.
In this level, there is no difference, because if we compare reports, I'm in pain, and there are two hands, it is equally persuasive, because, you know, that is, it is a first premise. The problem with second premise of his argument, because his second premise says that if I'm in pain, then illusionism is false. It can be correct only if the qualitative thesis is true. When you formulate the qualitative thesis, you should use the philosophical terminology. You cannot use ordinary examples like socks in my hotel right now. You should say, I feel pain, and this means that it is qualia. It is think from just person point of view, and so on. This all stuff is just a philosophical theory, but it is not a problem that it is a philosophical theory. There can be a true philosophical theory, but it is not a part of common sense in a way in which Moore's claim about my socks in hotel right now is a part of common sense. Maybe Chalmers can say that his source of persuasiveness is not a common sense. That's okay. He does not say so. He thinks that is a common sense. That's wrong.
Thank you. A round of applause for Evgeny.
Okay, thank you.